Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
It's a rain day. I haven't done a live in a while.
Help!
I already put a picture of you up doing your in-cab and everything.
Help! Somebody save me.
But yeah, I haven't even done a live in a couple days, so I was like, yeah, it's time to do a live. I haven't done no videos in the last 2 days. People are probably not happy about that either. I mean, if you're looking for my channel for videos every day, you know, I kind of slacked, so.
Yeah, you were too busy with your new student.
Yeah. Last 2 days, what I've been up to is, we've been, oh, my wife says she misses me. I miss you too. Me and Rob over there, for the last 2 days, we took empty trailers and delivered them to this place. Whoop whoop, Jacob, what's going on? But yeah, me and Rob, we've been taking empty trailers. You like that little drop yard we went to?
Oh yeah, nice and tight, nice and muddy.
Nice and muddy.
Good
nice
thing it wasn't raining, unlike today.
It's raining today, guys. So
Cats
like,
and dogs.
you know, he has a couple more days to work. So I was like, yeah, he's like, let's do the pre-trip. So I was like, yeah, let's go.
Practice.
So he's doing the in-cab. Rob's a CDL holder. So, you know, it makes it a little bit easier. What's going on, Chris?
From 20 years ago. I haven't driven in over 20 years. So.
He hasn't driven in over 20 years, so he's getting back into the swing of things, and, you know, we got a couple more days to work together, and then he'll test out. But I'm doing good over here. Right now I have 2 students, so, you know, I didn't really make a video of us dropping off the trailers the last 2 days in a row because it was just 100 miles there, drop off a trailer, and then 100 miles back. And there was an exit that was closed off. We had to go all these crazy ways. One day we went to Jersey.
More like 5 exits that were closed.
Yeah, like 5 exits closed. Lots of construction over here in PA, so.
And lots of 15-mile-an-hour exit ramps.
Chris says there's nothing up but the sky over there in Lubbock. Or I guess he's in Lubbock. He might be on a run or something. He's in that area. But yeah, we're just out here enjoying the rain, he's going over his in-cab, you know. Lots of work on that in-cab, but it's a rain day over here, and I don't feel like getting soaked today. So I'm not really, I might melt if I get out there in that rain. So we're like, it's supposed to die down in a little while, but so he's studying his in-cab. If it dies down a lot more, like the wind is cold, I don't really feel like pulling a trailer on like windy, wet roads right now. So, you know, we'll let it die down some, and then we'll get out there, and it still will be windy probably. So
there's plenty enough to do in the studying that you can still fill your day studying to make sure you're ready for the
exactly.
the pre-trip. Yeah, I'm not complaining.
Y'all might have seen Rob in some of my YouTube videos. He was actually, we met on YouTube. He's a Chad Rich follower, big time, and Crazy Bags. He's in a lot of chats. He's been talking to people a long time, and he was lucky enough that everything worked out, that, hey, he's on my truck. At first, he had a different trainer. He had Daryl. It wasn't official yet, but he was supposed to go with my buddy Daryl. You know, Daryl's a great trainer too. So we lucked out and ended up getting put together because Daryl had some stuff going on. So, you know, hey, I got a CDL holder.
I don't know. I just met Daryl. He said he'd have me out there standing in the rain. So
yeah, he met Daryl. Daryl said I would have you out there standing in the rain doing pre-trip. I'm a little bit nicer than that, I guess.
I'm happy to be working on in-cab right now.
So you think I'm kind of like you see me on YouTube?
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. There was no difference.
No difference, he says.
I have communicated with you. I was trying to get you for the trainer, and they when I went to the train, and they asked, let us try to match you up first, and we'll see how that works. And we wound up getting matched up, so it worked out perfect for me.
Yeah, because we didn't really set everything up it was like, hey, I'm gonna be there, you know. So it was all last minute. So I really didn't have a plan to take him, you know. So he was in between me and Chad Rich. Chad Rich has a student right now, so he ended up with me.
Yeah, I used Chad as my referral. I'd been following Chad for a while. So then after I got on, he had mentioned you in one of your videos, and I started watching your videos too.
Yeah,
I like the way
Chad got me a subscriber right there.
Yeah, he did, but I like the way the two of you, from what I saw in the videos, treated people with respect and seemed to have good character. And for me, that was important. And so far, that's how it's worked out. So I couldn't be happier.
I wonder if I can turn this a little bit more that way.
You don't need me in the picture. You're not going to get any subscribers that way.
They want to, yeah, but they want to see who's talking. There we go. We can see who's talking now. And the humidity's high in my truck, so my mount on my window holding my phone is sliding. See? Oh, it's sinking. It's sinking.
Yes, it is.
I'm trying to use the armrest since it's rubber to hold it in place, but it's not doing a good job.
It might be a little too much oil on that window.
Jesus, what's going on, Jesus? Don't worry, everybody. Jesus is here. That's what he said.
Yeah, well, I've heard that name mentioned a couple times, Jesus, in this truck.
He was your 11th subscriber, Jesus.
Yes, I was, even though you don't have a video out yet.
The suspense is killing everybody, Jesus. What's the student's name?
Rob.
What's your YouTube name? Is it Rob
Chester.
Your full name, right?
Name.
Yeah, it's Rob
Chester.
Chester.
I don't have a channel.
So he doesn't have a channel, but
give me 10 subscribers, maybe I'll start one like Jesus.
You hear that? Jesus, you got some competition. Are you gonna do the suspense build up of your first video and wait?
Yeah,
like,
it's coming.
It's coming. Like Jesus.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. But he's a CDL holder, man. We pretty much, I just threw him behind the wheel and said, "Hey, we're taking this trailer over there." He was all like, he came walking to the truck. I was pointing to the driver's side. He already knew.
No, it's fun. I went to get a water for my car or truck. I came walking to the truck, and I'm like, "Where did the truck go?" I see a guy over there in the passenger seat. I'm like, "Oh," and he's pointing, "Go, you're driving." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, get in the driver's seat. We don't play around. We just go ahead and jump in there and let's go. You know, I ain't scared. But yeah, my wife says, "Hi, Rob." I know you can't see these words over here. They're small.
My eyesight's good, not that good.
Anybody got any questions for Rob? I mean, like, y'all can ask him whatever. Well, we won't say whatever. If it's something not PG, then like we won't ask it. It's like that when he's home too. Yeah, it is like that when I'm home too. Dave says a little bit of Dawn dishwashing liquid spray ball sponge.
Oh, to take the grease off the window?
The vape juice off the windows. Yeah, the
vape.
vape juice. Actually, I cleaned these windows yesterday, so, you know, with Windex and everything, and I really wasn't having a problem with it. But the humidity is so high right now because it's raining out here. It's raining a lot. All right, Jacob, good question, Jacob. They want to know if you have to do the 50 or 60,000 miles for TNT.
Well, I have to do the 50,000 because they still put me in the PSD program. I was classified as a DC PSD because it's been so long since I've driven. So I go through the program of the PSD section first, and once I graduate that and get upgraded to the TNT, I do the 50,000 miles.
So basically, because he wasn't using his CDL when he came to Prime, and he hasn't used it in 20 years, he went ahead and had to do the PSD program through Prime, so he's pretty much a PSD right now. So with that, they went ahead and said, hey, you'll sign the year contract, you have to do a year, you have to pay the money back, which, you know, I mean, you know, you have to do what you have to do. He has to go through the PSD program. It's easier though because we only have to do certain parts, and he gets to pick his maneuvers, of course. I'm gonna teach him all the maneuvers, and I'll let him make the call. Me personally, I'm all like, hey, let's do the alley dock because a lot of people are scared of it. You know, harder it is, the more honor But you know, hey, we might just do the parallel. Who knows?
I'm trying to pass.
Chris Smith says Rob should feel lucky he's your first co-host. Chris, he's not the first co-host. Sarah was, if you remember Sarah. Well, I guess he's the first one from the start. So Sarah jumped in the middle. So, and Jesus says it's snowing in Indianapolis, wearing shorts and flip-flops. See, yeah, I wear the same thing, shorts and flip-flops. It's snowing. I'm not gonna be out there long in it, so I just put on a jacket. I'm actually sitting on top of my sweatpants that I keep in the seat over here. I'll throw these on for my legs if I'm out there for a long time. So yeah, you're in the truck most of the time. You control the temperature in here. And the only reason I'm wearing my jacket in here right now is because I had it on when I jumped in this seat and I haven't took it off yet. So, all right, Chris is gonna go unload right now. He said he'll be back. So, but yeah, so far, have you had any problems at Prime? How was the?
No, no, I've had no problem. Just a word of advice: just make sure you have all your ducks in a row. What I saw the most stress for everybody that went through is if they had to verify their job employments, they had to verify their driving record. Just have it all set up, set in a row. If you know who you work for and who you haven't worked for. Let them do it. If you get in contact with your recruiter 2 weeks out, make sure he starts calling it. And to have that all done beforehand, when you can come up here, it's done. I was lucky enough. I was first one out, and everything got verified Wednesday morning. They told me, I passed through, and then you have a lot of guys just waiting around, still waiting for employment. So, school transcripts, bring them with you. If you went to a school somewhere and you have to prove that, make sure you have it on hand before you come. Not have them send it to you while you're up here. So it'll save them a ton of time for aggravation.
So Rob was really prepared when he came out here. So he made sure he had all his ducks in line. Everything that he could get cleared before he even came to the class, he got cleared. Like he called his recruiter probably a lot and said, "Hey, is my work history verified?" And they looked into it, and is my criminal background record, how's that looking? So he did a lot of legwork before he came out here. So he got his ID the first opportunity to get your ID. He got it on Wednesday. My other student, he kind of had some problems getting his stuff cleared, so he didn't get it cleared till Friday. So, it kind of stressful whenever you're all like, "Oh man, my stuff's not cleared yet." It's a little bit of unwanted stress right there. You try and make it as stress-free as you can. Simulator, how was the simulator?
The simulator was good. They're here to teach us and help us. They don't bring any of us here to send us home. I mean, if you listen to the instructors and if you pay attention to what they're saying, you will get through it. If you don't listen and don't blame them. Look in the mirror and be reflective. We take responsibility for our own actions and do it. You'll get through. I mean, you will get through. And, if you don't, you got to look at yourself. What did I do wrong, or how can I improve myself on that? Try to look at yourself first on that.
Yeah.
And I'll go back to the paperwork. If your paperwork's not ready yet, ask to come the following week. Why sit around in a hotel for 5 or 6 days?
Why wait on it?
And be stressed about it. Get it all set, done, and they'll appreciate it, and then you'll get rolling right away.
And it doesn't hurt bringing more paperwork than needed, is it? I mean, you have to carry it around, but that's more paperwork than needed. Rob, he brought his own pre-trip, like a big stack of papers he was telling me about, and then he found out that he didn't need all of it, right in the trash can, so he didn't have to carry it around no more. I mean,
my 90 pages turned into 4 pages.
Yeah, his 90 pages turned into 4 pages, he said. Actually, it's pretty much 2 pages.
Yeah, I know. One's back and front, so 3 pages of that one.
And that's tools, we try to make this easier. We try to go out of the way. Dave says that his Still trying to get his blood pressure down. It was 220 over 150. Now it's 150 over 90.
Nice.
Getting there.
Big improvement.
We'll be coming to prime soon. Yeah, that's good, Dave.
That's a big improvement.
That's real good. Keep up the work, man.
You doing it through medicine, or are you losing weight?
I think Dave's the guy. I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, Dave's the guy that didn't want to do the medication. That he was like, he's trying to do it without the medication because he didn't want to be on blood pressure medication and stuff.
Well, you can.
Oh, actually, he says both. He's doing
I was
both.
gonna say you can do both, right? You go into small dosage or whatever they'll give you, and keep losing the weight, and then get off of it. I mean, if you're trying to get out, but that's a great improvement. A little bit more.
Yeah.
A little walking, some exercising.
Exercise, eating healthier.
You don't have to run, just walk.
Staying away from the energy drinks and
The Chinese buffets.
Chinese buffets. Yeah, he took me out last night for Chinese food. I was like, cool. You know, I was gonna pay, but he was all like, I had the bill next to me, and I was reserving pad times for the next day. I said, let me reserve some pad times. Next thing I know, he snatches up the bill. I'm all like, oh, I was gonna pay for that. It's the buffet next to the Walmart. What's it called? China Asian
It's
buffet.
next to a pizza place, which is fantastic.
It's next to the good pizza place that I like to eat up here. So that is some good pizza.
Yeah. See,
Real good pizza.
But he doesn't know, I'm holding that in my back pocket. So if I see him down in Springfield, I'll have him treat me to fire and ice.
30 years of driving taxi. Wow, that's a long time driving taxis. You know, hey.
Where at?
You're used to driving. Yo, Dave, where are you driving taxis at? Let's hear it. Big city, probably. In PA, yes, Jesus, we're in PA still. We're over here in PA still. We're
sitting on the pad.
Yeah, you're not supposed to say setting on pad. We can't record on the pad.
Oh.
But we don't have none of the pad visible, I will say. We're in a parking spot on the side of the pad since somebody snitched me out over here. Snitch. But yeah, we're on the side of the pad. In New Jersey. Cherry Hills, New Jersey is where he was driving the taxi.
I'm from Monmouth County, New Jersey, originally.
He's from Jersey, too.
I don't know how old you might be. I used to go skateboarding. Now we're talking 40 years ago. In Cherry Hill, at a skateboard park called the Monster Bowl.
The Monster Bowl.
Yeah, it was called the Monster Bowl.
Sounds like the Monster Mash.
And drop in. I'm a little heavier now than I was then.
Dave says he's 52.
Okay, so I'm 57. So you might, there was a skate park in Cherry Hill. I don't know if you lived in that area at the time. It was called the Monster Bowl.
I keep getting these 57-year-olds. Gifty was 57 too.
I'm a young-looking 57.
I guess everybody wants to work at 57, wants to come drive a truck at 57, see the world. It's cheaper than buying an RV, I guess, right?
Midlife crisis.
Midlife crisis. I did not say that. He said that, midlife crisis.
I'm hoping 57's midlife. Yeah, 114.
MPA Cherry Hill, no, 52.
You got to help us out. I need this to be his most viewed video.
The most viewed video. No, I like. Well, lives do. People will rewatch my live videos. Like, I'm surprised. I figure, like, I personally don't rewatch other people's live videos too much. Like, whenever I see a live video, I want to be in the chat in the live video, and I want to be talking, because like, what's better than answering somebody's questions live? Thanks, Dave. Dave said hit the like video, or hit the like button. The like video. We're in a like video. Yeah, hit the like buttons if y'all want. Eight people in here, 8 likes. That'll work.
He's getting tongue-tied like I am with the pre-trip.
But the in-cab we're using is my friend Justin. He let me see that paper. I don't want to mispronounce his name too much. Humiston, and if I'm messing it up, but this is Justin's in-cab, and it's 5 years in the making. I don't want to show it off because I don't want anyone trying to study it, but it's a great in-cab. Like, I thought mine was spot on. the one I've been using, because mine leads up to everything, and I use the left to right method on mine. I just work across it. Justin, he artfully made a loop around here that's a perfect loop, and everything leads up to everything. I mean, this is an awesome end cap. I'm not sharing it with anyone because you know, if Justin said, hey man, give it to as many trainers as you want to help them, then yeah, I would help them. I would give it out. But like, I haven't ever asked Justin if he would care if I gave this to people, so I'm not giving this to nobody.
I haven't ever asked Justin. I give myself a thumbs up.
And then this one is mine. Like, if you're training over here in PA and you want to see something, if your instructors over here in PA and they want to come talk to me about making your whole pre-trip easier, then I got my own right here that I don't mind giving out. And Justin's actually sent me an email yesterday of one similar to this one. That's the only problem I see with Justin's is, like, I want to try to keep it to one page. If I can put the trailer, the truck, trailer, driver's side fuel area, the coupling all on one page, then like, I think it looks a lot easier than, like, I think most people get stressed out by the amount of pages we have of the pre-trip. They're all like, oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. They're flipping through it, you know, and like most of the time I like have to pretty much tell my student, hey, take that thing apart, just grab the engine first, do the perfect engine.
Well, it's not 90 pages.
Yeah. My other student right now, I gave him just the engine. That's all I gave him, is the engine. And I said, here, go study that. So tomorrow, maybe I'll run him through a test on the engine compartment. You know,
He looked like he was studying. I think he had quite a bit of it down already.
Yeah, he impressed me, because he was all like, yeah, the only two parts I'm having trouble with is the ones behind the frame you can't see. I'm all like, ooh, he's been studying. That means he's been studying, yeah. So that's great. You know, so, you know, whatever way we can make it easier. I sent my pre-trip to Jesus the other day. He seen it. He was all like, why didn't I get to use that? Sorry, Jesus, you don't get to use that. You know, hey, I just barely, me and Zach, I made it and Zach typed it out. Like, you know, it's hard to get, like, I don't have a computer on the truck, so it's hard to get me to type something out like that. So Zach was all like, Zach didn't want to beat around the bush and talk about it. Zach was all like, let's type this out. The one point, hey, I'm going to let y'all know, Zach was my guinea pig on the first one. He got 1 point in it, and I thought it was Zach's fault. I said, Zach, man, how did you miss unauthorized welds and holes on your pre-trip? Come to find out, the 1 point he got on his pre-trip was my fault, because it wasn't on my pre-trip. So, you know, I didn't really notice it till it was too late. So he got 1 point on his pre-trip. He should have had a perfect pre-trip. You know, I apologized to him. You know, I was wrong. I apologize to him. I'm human. We make mistakes. My hammer fell. So I went and told him, I said, Zach, I'm sorry, man. That was completely my fault. You know, what you missed was the 1 point you got on your pre-trip was my fault. And he said, hey, man, you know, it's okay. You know, it's fine. We'll just, yeah, same with mine, oil level. Jesus, you're making stuff up now. Jesus said, yeah, same with mine. Oil level wasn't on his pre-trip. Oil level was on your pre-trip, Jesus. I know it was.
Didn't we just talk about taking responsibilities for ourselves?
Fluids are filled to manufacturer specifications. Yep.
Yeah.
They are.
They're also properly mounted and secured.
Everybody walking around out here like a giant highlighter. See, that's what I look like with all my rain gear on. I look like a giant highlighter walking around. Santa Claus in yellow. I'm a highlighted Santa Claus whenever it's raining. I usually have my pants on, my jacket on, all yellow. I look like a walking highlighter. We were talking about that. My friend Daryl was all like, yeah, don't wear the pants, man. That's not cool. I'm all like, hey, it keeps me dry. I'll be a walking highlighter. I'm not tripping at all. yeah, we're just waiting to test my student out over here. It'll be he's gonna test out Wednesday, so you know Wednesday's right around the corner. So we have today, Saturday, we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday he tests. So if we can get to back in Sunday,
yep,
we'll start back on Sunday, and then we'll back on Monday. He'll run through my test on Tuesday, and then Wednesday he tests out. So I need a hat with a flashlight. Go get you one of those reading lights and just strap it to your head if you need a hat with a flashlight.
Where they have the straps, you can strap, you know.
Yeah, the flashlight.
Yeah.
I don't know. Your test day is going to be in light, so I mean, you really don't need a flashlight when it's test day because they wait till the sun rises out here. One of the things that they need to upgrade at this Pittston pad is the nighttime stadium lights they have out here.
On first alert, Chief Meteorologist Ron Hurst, heavy rain has been detected near you.
I turned that thing off, and it's still.
Where'd that come from? Your
That's
phone?
my phone.
Yeah.
I turned it off, and it still comes through. I turned the settings off on that app, and I thought it wouldn't ever do that again, but it's doing it again. But back to the pad out here. At night, they have a lot of stadium lights out here, but for some reason, they're not as bright as Springfield's. Like, you can work at night at Springfield on the pad, and it's not bad out there. It's really well lit up. For some reason, on this pad, it's not lit up enough, really, to be out here training on this pad. I don't think it is. I would like a little bit more light out here. I've been thinking about, for the longest time, you can buy those lights that you can set down on the ground and turn on. Like, I've been thinking about getting some of those for a while and putting them on both sides of the truck. But my luck, my student would run that thing straight over. Like, I've been thinking about putting my phone on a tripod back there at the back of a spot someday and letting the student back into the spot, but I'm all like, my phone, man. You run over my phone, you know, my wife will kill me, one, and I'll have to get another phone. I don't think my insurance covers, like, hey, I had it on a tripod and a trailer ran over it. I don't think they're going to cover that.
Is your wife still on?
Yeah, I think she's still on somewhere. Who knows? She might be busy, you know. She got a lot of stuff.
I tried to get him to go to Best Buy with me yesterday, and he wouldn't do it.
Bad influence. He tried to get me to go to Best Buy and buy
I wasn't trying to get you to buy anything. I just wanted to say, let's go inside and tempt you.
I said I can't go to Best Buy because I'll buy a camera. And he's all like, well, let's go to Best Buy. And then when we went to Staples last night, I had to reprint this stuff out because I'm not having an error on it. So I reprinted it all out, and guess what? Guess what happened? Staples was right next door to Best Buy, which I already knew, but somebody had to point it out. Hey, look, Best Buy is right there. Little devil on my shoulder over here.
You didn't break.
No, I didn't break. I didn't go in there. My wife says we need a new router, so.
Oh, so let's go to Best Buy and get one.
No.
We'll ship it to you.
Dave says, get a bunch of those glow sticks, the Kings that you snap and shake up. Yeah, you could do that. The problem is I don't think those glow sticks will light up enough where I need it lit up, because you know, when we're backing out here and we're using the points, we want to see the landing gear real good and stuff like that. You need a lot of light under there to see it, and you can't see it that great. So, but yeah, it's all good. Well, maybe I'll go put it in the suggestion box, or leave it for the dad people. Hey, Pittston needs a couple more lights. And I think that they have a spot over there. there's some stadium lights laying on the ground over there, I noticed, and some laying over there on the ground. So maybe they're putting those up pretty soon, because I know they wanted to get this pad opened up fast so we could start using it.
It's not lit up back here.
Yeah, Dave, you're right. It does simulate a real truck stop at night. You know, like, but in a real truck stop, you're not going to be backing up to certain points. You're going to be able to, you know, really, it's a lot easier to back into truck stops, and it's a lot easier to back between trailers because you kind of use it as a guide. Whenever you're in a empty parking lot, that's the hardest backing you're going to do, because they could tell me, hey Daniel, go put it in dock number 3. If there's trucks on both sides, oh man, it's easy, put it right in there every time, don't even have to pull up. But if you ever tell me, hey Daniel, go put it in dock number 3, and there's 6 docks out there, you know, and they're all empty, I might just back it into dock 4 and then pull up and then straight line back it in. I'm not going to hit the right dock, because guess what? There's nothing to worry about hitting or nothing like that. So it makes it harder. It's just like, put it between those 2 lines on the ground that you really can't see. Like, I mean, you can see them, not as good as you want to, and you're not being as careful because you know you're still being safe, but you're not like being super like,
you're not gonna hit anything.
I can't, you know, you're just gonna get it in there. It's a lot harder back on this pad than it is a truck stop. Like, you could probably take somebody with 30 years that's never backed out here on this pad and set it up and tell them to do a alley dock, and he might not be able to get it in there because there's no trailers or nothing on the side for a guy to see it easier. You know, you're looking at a flat ground, lines on a flat ground. That's all you see. You know, and maybe some cones. It's a lot harder than people make it out to be. In my opinion, this pad is probably one of the hardest places to back. No, you know, I'm just saying how it is. But hey, Rob over here, man, he's pretty good at backing. Like, for not doing it in a long time, like his first day, his straight line back, we had to go between this fence, and I was pretty much step back and let him do it. His straight line back was perfect, but you know,
across the road.
Yeah, we had pretty much at that gate where we went. It was like a gate, and normally it would be cool. You just drive in there. Not this place we went. You had to pretty much back it into the place, so we would have to pull across the street and then back it straight into there. And then once you got it between the gate, you had to angle it back to the right over there.
Yep.
But it's all good. It was really tight in there. Like, that yard was packed too. There was only like maybe 3 empty
2 or 3 spots.
Like, it was packed. But yeah, you can take a lot of stuff I teach out here on this pad and back into truck stops using the same steps pretty much. So, you know, because I don't necessarily teach, hey, we're just going to turn the wheel this way because I said. I teach, hey, we're turning the wheel this way because we want to move this part, and you know, I teach 3 moving parts. I don't teach, hey, we're going to turn the wheel this way because we're trying to line this up. Like, I try to teach the way like I would want to teach somebody in a truck stop. And that's pretty much what I did the other day when we were back, and I'm all like, which way do you want the head to go? Like, that's pretty much what we're doing out here on the pad. You're gonna hear the same questions I was asking you the other day, because that's what I teach. If you can learn that, you will learn that. You will have that tool for every truck stop you go to. You might get into a spot and you might be like, it might be really tight, and you're gonna be like, okay, what did Daniel train me? Oh, the tail's in there, so I need to move the head. Which way do I need to move it? I need to move it that way. I'm going to turn that way. It'll work for the truck stops. I still use it to this day. Jacob taught me this. Jacob taught me this stuff, so like I can still use it to this day. And I'm hoping my students will do the same. Hey, this is what I'm in this situation. What did my trainer say? All right, it works. But yeah, we're just doing some in cab. I I started this live in between him doing it. I was all like, okay, he did it a couple times, and give him a little bit to let it soak in some, you know. And I'm hoping this rain stops pretty soon because
It's not coming.
you're so negative.
It says 100% chance of rain like all day till about 8 o'clock
Well,
tonight.
I looked at the hourly and it was pretty much like noon. It slowed down some, but you know, I was looking at the weather map too, and it's just a big storm going straight up.
Yeah.
Like we're in the middle of it, and it's just going straight up to Canada or wherever it's going. If it was below freezing out here, if it was cold out here, this would be a lot of snow dropping down right now.
Yeah, it would have been.
And I really don't.
This was 3 days ago, right? It just
Yeah.
yesterday and today was warm. Right?
Yeah, it warmed up just in time for this
just in
storm to
time.
hit.
It was 12 degrees 3 days ago.
But yeah, we just been out here doing our thing, man. I've been out here in PA for a while now, just doing our thing, getting students ready to test, and it's great. It's great. I like it out here. I do like it out here. The thing I miss about Springfield is like I could go home, sleep in my bed, and see my kids and my wife and stuff. I've been like looking at everything. I'm like, which day do I want to go home? Like, which day do I want to go home? So I'm still like trying to figure out when exactly I want to go home next. Figuring all that out. I've been meeting a lot more instructors up here, getting to know them better, watching how they train, seeing what they're doing. I got some trainers on board with me on the pre-trip I came up with. They're all like, oh, that's great, I'm going to start trying to do that. So I mean, like, that's good too. Get some people to start doing it the way I'm doing it. It makes it easier. Some people are against it out here. They're all like, oh, no, we're not doing that, you know. And I can agree, because like, you know, I see why they won't. Like, I got their input and I see why they don't like it, but the more people I let see it, the more people that will give me input on it. They says he's 10 minutes east of Philadelphia. That's not too far. That's where we went to drop the trailer.
Yeah, that's where we were.
We were there the last 2 days.
What town were we?
Got to file the taxes soon. Have you got them in yet? I don't know why I ask you on here. I'll just call you. I'll call you. I got your phone number.
What town did we deliver to?
Oh man, Bethlehem.
Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we were right there in PA. Where am I at? Lieutenant Dan wants to know where I'm at. I'm at Pittston, PA. Pittston.
Beautiful Pittston.
However you say it.
Not a bad town.
No, it's not a bad town. They got a good pizza place. Somebody went and had it without me the first day. He asked me, where's that pizza place? I didn't think he was going to go eat it.
I hightailed it out there.
He liked it so much, he was willing to eat it last night, too. But I was all like, the Chinese place is pretty good, too. I talked to Zach, and Zach loves that Chinese place. So I was all like, let's just go hit the Chinese place.
Good sushi. Good dumpling.
So what's your plans with trucking, Rob?
I'd like to try to see if I can start my own business with it. Create maybe a small fleet, anywhere from 5 to 10 trucks. But this is just right now. I got to learn it myself. See if see if it's feasible. See if we can make money on doing it. And we'll go from there.
See,
and how I'm looking at it, if God willing, if it works out, do it within something like Prime. I'm not looking to create a sales force. I'm not looking to create all the other. They seem to have a good program that works. If I can find a way to make it work for me on those lines, try to do something on those lines.
So see, he's motivated even more than like the average student. He's looking at this like, okay, I'm going to start out, see how things are going, and I might start my own fleet within Prime. You know, that's pretty good. Ask your student if he would do cattle hauling. Would you do cattle hauling?
I'll say no to nothing. I don't know enough about it to give you an honest answer. I'd look at it if it was an opportunity to do it. I don't know the ins and outs of that. I just don't.
That's a dirty job.
Oh.
I'll say that. Like, It's nasty.
No.
You all know.
Yeah. I can tell you a funny story about cattle hauling.
Yeah. I got a funny story too.
I had a friend of mine driving. He was on 40 on his motorcycle, driving past a cattle hauler, and
I already know where
you
that's
know where
going.
the projectile came straight out of the thing, got him. He had to go into a truck stop, throw out all his clothes, and buy sweatpants and a shirt at the truck stop.
That's no good. I was talking to a guy. He was walking between the two cattle trucks, and the guy inside the truck thought it would be funny to pull the air horn, and he got soaked with a bunch of stuff. I've also been behind him before after I got my truck washed. One did a fast lane change, and it threw all that urine all over the front of my truck, and it's, oh man, it smelled horrible. Truck was horrible smelling.
Okay, I can make a decision, an executive decision. I'm not going to do cattle hauling. I hope to do something. You know, right now I'm trying to learn it.
My wife said, beef. Yeah, we're from Texas. We're meat eaters.
Oh, I like the beef. Trust me, I'll eat the end result.
Sorry for all the vegans that watch my channel. We eat meat over here.
Well, I am a carnivore myself.
Baby chickens, eggs, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the old lady, Lieutenant Dan said, just imagine the old lady, where's the beef? I don't know. I never, like, I don't want to say I'll never do certain stuff, because with my luck, I say I'm never going to do something, and boom, it happens. Like, I used to say I'll never leave the state. Like, I was going to stay a correctional officer. Now look at me. I'm out here in a truck.
I'll do what it takes to feed my family.
Carnivores for life. Yeah, carnivores for life.
Yes.
Floral loads. Chris says floral loads.
I imagine I'll have to do some.
Chris, I'll do a floral load again. You know, it was kind of fun, man. The floral load was kind of fun. It's a lot of work, and like, I don't think that I didn't feel like I got paid enough to do a floral load, but you know, floral load, like I told you, Chris, when we did it, it was kind of like a scavenger hunt. We had these long instructions for every place we went, and it was pretty much go find this lock, put in this code, unlock that lock, take that key, unlock that lock. You know, it was go to this door, this freezer. Nobody's in those places. It's completely empty. You can't ask nobody, hey, where's this stuff go? You just have to, like, read the instructions. Like, some of the places didn't have much instructions, but to get you in there. Once you were in there, you had to read the signs on the doors that flowers go in this freezer or this refrigerator and stuff like that. And you couldn't tilt those boxes over. You can't tilt them over. Some of them have water and soil in them or whatever in there. And you're carrying one box at a time for a lot of places. So, like, and Chris, we had an easy flower load, if you remember. Almost all of our flowers were pretty much already on pallets for the most part, so we got to use a lot of pallet jacks and stuff. So the flower loads are something else. Like, that's a whole other monster, is a flower load. But hey, you know, it was all right. Some of those places we backed into, oh man.
Oh, really tight?
Yeah, like some of those streets, you're like, should a truck even be on this? Because think about it, your little flower shops are where? In little neighborhoods?
yeah, little downtowns.
Yeah.
And
you're delivering to those places. They don't have flower warehouses over there.
Their delivery vehicles is a van or a Mini Cooper.
And I don't mind the flower loads that just go to one spot, maybe a drop and hook trailer over there. Those were cool. I don't mind those at all.
Do you get paid extra for each drop, or?
Lieutenant Dan says, can I do a ride along with you soon? Nope, I'm not doing ride along. And you think a ride along is just like for like a day or so? Like, if you're gonna,
for 3 weeks.
Somebody gonna ride along with me, we're gonna go out for a long time. But you know, I'm not making no money doing a ride along, so like, it would just be like, hey, let this stranger in my truck and live with them for a little while. No, while I do solo, no, I don't want to do no ride along. if you were in the area, I would be like, hey, yeah, you can come check out my truck and we can talk. We can meet up somewhere and go talk, you know. I can show you what the truck looks like and everything.
Get a slice of pizza.
Yeah, get a slice of pizza for sure, you know. Plus the team behind us that was helping. Yeah, we also had our first stop, we lucked out and we had another team truck there, and they were more than happy to help us, probably to get us out of the dock faster. But the last place we went to, they beat us there, so we ended up helping them unload theirs, and then they stayed to help us unload ours.
Oh,
which
wow.
That was awesome.
It's real nice.
Yeah, Chris said, money talks, Lieutenant Dan. Money talks.
Right.
If you want to do a ride along and you want to pay me what I'm losing, then yeah. You don't want to pay me what I'm losing by taking somebody out solo for a while. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
Like, I would be getting paid as. So we're talking right there. You do a ride along with me. We'll say it was 2 weeks. You're looking at $600 right there, because $300 a week I would have had a student on my truck, and then you're talking about a trifecta bonus. That's $875 because I would have tested you out by then, and then you're talking like, I mean, like, that's a lot of money I'd be losing out on. Like whenever I did Joshua's TNT phase, because his trainer fell asleep, and you know what happened. The truck rolled, you know, and I went and did Joshua's. I don't even know if he fell asleep. I don't know what happened, really. I just know that the truck rolled. And Joshua don't even know what happened. So I went and did his TNT phase. You know, yeah, I was making TNT money, but, like, doing what I'm doing is what pays my bills. So, like, it put a big gap in everything I'm doing. So, like, I'm still recovering from doing the TNT for a month with Joshua. So, you know, because the way PSD works is you have to have those, pretty much you have to have the bonuses rolling in, and when they're not rolling in, it puts a big gap in your money, like bad. You know, there's only one way to do PSD, and that's to do it to the fullest. I'll pay for food. Have you seen me? I eat a lot. I'm a big guy. Nah, because the ride along would never work out either, because of, like, I really don't want to. I really don't want to do a ride along. Like, I wouldn't want to do that anyways.
I don't blame you for that. I wouldn't either.
I mean, it's bad enough I don't know my students and I'm living with them. I'm sure you're probably a nice guy, Lieutenant Dan, but, you know, it's living with somebody is living with somebody. You just get tired of living together. It's a little space in here. It's an uncomfortable bed, you know. I took my wife on one load. I had a load delivering in my hometown, and I took my wife, and we delivered to I delivered to Sam's. I took her with me for that. I hit that dock pretty hard at Sam's too. She was all like, oh, whoa. And I was all like, oh, yeah. Well, what happens is, like, I was backing into the dock, and I hate it whenever a truck's moving forward. So, like,
yeah,
you get that weird
sensation.
Yeah,
you're
it feels
flying.
weird.
Yeah,
And then
you're going faster than you are.
you hit that dock, boom. It's like, oh, found it. I found that dock. Seeing new novelties from Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's right. I tell my wife all the time too that she thinks whenever the kids moves out, she's told me this, that when the kids move out, she wants to ride on the truck with me. I said, nah, the only way you're riding on this truck is if you get your CDL and you're working. You know, and I really don't want her on my truck either. Could you imagine living with your wife in this little spot, this little space? Like, I love my wife, but I'm like, you know, hey, it's a little bitty space. Like, wake up and I see you. Go shower, I see you. Go eat, I see you. Go to bed, I see you. Like, give me some space. We worked together before, and luckily I was a delivery driver and she worked inside the store, so like I didn't have to see her all the time. That would be my space. Just like my friend's out there right now. He got his girlfriend on the truck and they don't have no space, and he freaks out sometimes, and he's all like, I'm all like, dude, y'all need space from each other. That's the main thing, is like, get apart for a little while. They shower in the same shower and everything. I'm all like, dude, you have no space from each other. Dustin Clark says, good luck, Rob.
Thank you. Hey, Dustin.
Luck has nothing to do with it. It's all skill out here. But, you know, thanks.
Are you still in Pittston, or did you get out?
Is Dustin the guy I met?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Dustin's a pretty cool guy. I met Dustin over here at a truck over here. He was studying his pre-trip. I was like, man, why can't I get a student like that? And then I ended up getting a student that was out there
Dustin
studying.
and I were studying it together.
Yeah, Dustin, you're a real cool guy. I like you, Dustin. I think Dustin said he was going flatbed, right?
Yes.
Dustin's going flatbed, so he's living that life right now. I'm sure if he's out here in PA doing some chaining up and strapping and stuff, he's going to be cold and soaked.
I think they start training him with refrigerator, then they'll hook him up with flatbed, I think.
Make a temp sign for the trailer bump guard that says test airbags here. He's still in Pittston's, been shuttling reefers with a trainer.
Oh, excellent. Oh, down to...
that's what we've been doing.
Yeah, that's what we did down in...
You going to Bethlehem with him? That's the only thing that, like, when you ask somebody a question on live, it takes a while for them. They're going to have to type it up and stuff. It's not an instant response like, yeah, man, we're doing this.
Yep.
Hey, we got I ate the free safety meeting breakfast the other day and went to the safety meeting.
Me too.
We both did. It's kind of cool, isn't it? What did you think of that?
Yeah, I thought it was nice. And the prices are reasonable. I get an omelet, like a ham and cheese omelet for like $3.50.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
You gotta try those banana pancakes are pretty good.
Yeah.
Have you tried them?
I try to stay away from carbs, but obviously not the last 2 days with pizza and Chinese.
They're big pancakes. They give you 2 pancakes about this size.
Oh, really?
They put them on they pour the batter on there, throw a whole bunch of sliced bananas in there, and then they flip it over and let it get hot on the other side. Man, those banana pancakes are good.
That sounds good.
My wife does chocolate chip in hers, but the banana was real good. I wasn't expecting it to be that good, and it only cost I think it was like $2.40 for 2 big pancakes. Like,
I hope your wife's not still online.
yeah, she is.
The lady in the cafeteria cooks better than her, and you don't want her in your truck.
I didn't say she cooks better.
That's what I heard. I'm sure that's what she heard.
That's what she heard. No, I'm just saying, like, my wife makes them with chocolate chips, and she needs to try the banana sometime. My kids like bananas. So
I've never heard it with bananas before. I've done chocolate chips and I've done blueberries.
No, I haven't ever heard it with bananas till I was here. It was good.
It sounds good.
Strawberry pancakes, blueberry pancakes, like I've had all that.
I'm gonna go try that banana. I can have one today.
Ever considered going tanker? I thought about it.
I thought about that too. That's originally what I applied for.
Tanker kind of scares me though. Like, still to this day, I like that surge in the tank. Like, I don't know. It's because I'm not used to it, or I wouldn't be used to it. I'm sure after time, you have to have real smooth stops. Like, if I was tanker and I was training tanker students, oh my gosh, I'd be all over them about hard stops. Tanker students cannot drive a loaded tank until they get their CDL. So the trainer's driving all the loaded stuff, and then the trainees driving all the empty stuff. So I mean, yeah, you can bring a dog out here. If your company, you pay a pet deposit. If you're leased, you just put your dog on the truck. But yeah, lots of people have dogs. I've seen cats. I've seen a lot of stuff. Like, I've seen a guy with parrots in his truck.
Parrots? Oh.
Yeah, parrots. I've seen a guy with
Where do they? I guess
like
keep them in a
cockatiels,
cage.
I guess is what they're calling. And I've heard of people having snakes on their trucks and just different stuff like that. You know, you can bring whatever pet, I
monkeys
guess,
and
you
ferrets?
want. Yeah, monkeys. Ferrets, you can't go to California with a ferret in your truck.
That's fine.
I don't know why, but I was reading that California does not do ferrets.
Maybe I'll get a ferret then.
Get a llama. Somebody said get a llama. Carlis, PA. Yeah. That's what I should do, is ask for another trailer to take somewhere today. Well, it's Saturday, you know, it's going to be harder. But yeah, shuttling trailers is, you know, a good experience.
Get your hours.
You get your hours, you're pulling something, you're driving around.
And it's down there in that area is challenging with all the exit ramps and getting back on the entrance of the highways.
How many curbs did you hit?
One.
He hit a curb. The first day he didn't even hit the curb. Second day, hit the curb.
He was in my mirror.
Oh, I was in the mirror. I was like this. Don't hit that curb. Don't hit that curb. Blocking it completely. Don't hit that curb.
I didn't hit it. I went over it.
Hit it, go over it, whatever. Autofill on your driving test.
Yeah, I know.
Y'all should be telling them, hey, a CDL holder should never hit a curb.
Oh Lord, that's why I stress. It's been 20 years.
Oh man, this named my video the night before my student's test. See it right there?
It names it itself?
I guess it went with the same name I had last time. I'm gonna have to change that. I just noticed that.
This is 4 nights before your student's test.
Yeah, so if you're watching this is the night before I test my student, that's incorrect. Sorry, I made an error, another error.
Yeah, like being in the mirror.
Emotional support camel. Somebody needs an
Emotional support camel.
Look at that, my friend's calling me right now.
I don't know if the truck's big enough for the camel inside.
Yeah. I heard of a guy, I don't know how true it is, but I heard that there used to be a guy that had a bear in his truck, like he raised, and the bear would ride with him. Like, there's a lot of people saying that they've seen it, so, I mean, could you imagine having a bear in your truck?
Rest assured, your truck is safe when you go inside the truck
Yeah,
stop.
you're not getting your truck broken into with a bear in it. Could you imagine a shipper? You can't let your bear out to use the restroom here. It's not happening. Like,
Yeah. Oh my God.
birthday's tomorrow. Look, Dan's birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dan. Was Dan a driver or someone looking to come on? See the gentleman with the blood pressure.
Dan, I do have, if you look up some of my other videos, you asked me for do a crib tour of the truck. I've done one, like just a little walkthrough, you know. It's in my older videos. I don't even know the name of it, but I have. Some people, I've noticed that here lately, a lot of people's been going through my older videos because I'll get a message like ADP?
ADP's a payroll processing.
I'm sorry, but I forgot your name, but it's another guy trucking I watch. He does flatbed videos, and he's in TNT right now. It's not Trucker Mush, it's the other guy. Well, he commented on my video about hotspots and data, and I was all like, what's this question about? So I had to click on it, go all the way back to the video and answer his question, because I was all like, I don't even know what he's talking about. So I had to figure out what video he was on, commenting it, and so I could respond to him. So I mean, that's pretty good that people are going back through my channel, watching my older videos. I'm not too happy with the older videos because you know, I've improved a lot here lately, so I'd probably need to go back sometime and redo them. Yeah, I'll just leave them up in case anybody wants to see it. But I I might do like some recaps sometime of those older videos, because Jesus was asking me about Wi-Fi and the hotspots the other day, and you know, I have a video on there, but I was like, I'd rather just tell Jesus, this is what I do for internet. You know, that's, some people think that these trucks come with Wi-Fi. I get students on these trucks all the time like, hey, what's the Wi-Fi to the truck? I'm all like, there's no Wi-Fi to the truck. You know, I let some people get on my hotspot or something like that sometimes. So, you know, I will do that sometimes. It depends, like, where we're at. Like, if they have no signal, and if they're using my Wi-Fi to study, that's another thing than just using my Wi-Fi. Hey, I'm going to use your Wi-Fi to, you know, surf on Facebook and play around on it. Like, I really like, nah, you don't need my Wi-Fi. But if they're all like, hey, I'm watching pre-trip videos, but my phone doesn't have signal, I'm like, okay. Because you should be focused on what you need to do, not be playing around on your phone. Or like, I had, who was it? Oh, my student, Richard, he needed Wi-Fi to talk to his family because he had Sprint and he had no service. So what I did was let him on my Wi-Fi to get on Facebook and message her. So like, I've done that before, but you know, I pay for it. I'm a nice guy, so most of the time I like look out for you. You know, I'm not a complete like, hey, I pay for that, you can't look at it. I'm not like, hey, you can't watch my TV shows because I pay for that. Like, I don't care, you watch it whatever you want. You don't think the student's ever gonna be playing my Xbox though. That don't happen.
What?
Yeah. I had one student that I let play my Xbox. His name was Kennedy. Real good guy, real stand-up guy, but he did such a good job on his pre-trip and everything that we were parked somewhere one day, and you know, I wasn't on my Xbox, and I was all like, you know what, you've been doing such a good job out here and you're such a good student. I was all like, log on to the Xbox and play it. He was a big time gamer, like he does reviews on games and stuff like that. A bunch of friends that play games was like, yeah, you can jump on there. And Joshua Dyson, I let him play my Xbox because we were on TNT together. So like, he didn't have nothing to do at night. Like if he was on a 34 or whatever, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be sleeping back here, swing the TV up front, play that Xbox. You know, I don't care. Give you something to do. You know, instead of sitting around a truck stop twiddling your thumbs, like, oh, I'm taking a 34-hour, I done took like 3 showers, I don't have nothing else to do. Like, hey, it gives you something to do. What shoes do I wear? Oh man, I wear some Nikes that I've had for a long time, and if you ever see me, you'll see my shoes, how I wear them, and you'll be like, wow. You know, I pretty much made them into slippers by now. I need to go get some new shoes. I keep on looking for shoes, but I want like,
there was a shoe store right next to Best Buy.
Yeah, I'm looking for, like, I'm picky on my shoes, so like, I'm like, not that I'm picky on my shoes, it's like I want a certain pair, and until like somebody makes the certain pair I want, then I want some bright red ones. I want some super red ones, and I want to be all red. I want to look like I'm running, like my feet are on fire. Dave says his phone's his video game system. Yeah, I mean, some people play games on their phones too. Like, I used to play Mobile Legends. I used to play that a lot. It's kind of like League of Legends on the computer, but it's for the mobile platform. It's for the phone platform. Yes, Prime does make die-cast replicas of the trucks. They're just a Prime truck though. It's like purple truck, Prime trailer, white Prime trailer with a reefer on it, or a flatbed, or a tanker. I have one at my house. It's on my dresser. I think my son wants to play with it real bad, but he's not getting my die-cast truck. I haven't even opened it. Like, I don't know why. I collected it, I guess. So yeah, you can get a mini little prime truck. I mean, it has the scale on it. I don't remember what the scale is of it, but it's actually scaled. Dropped your phone?
Yeah.
So far, I think Rob's doing great though. Like, I don't think he has any problems with Prime. I think so far he likes the company.
No, Prime, yeah. Listen, everything they told me has come true so far.
The terminal's nice, right?
Terminal's nice. The people are real nice. There's no, you're not gonna.
Feels like a family.
Yeah, for sure. People are real nice. There hasn't been a sour face or I mean, sure people have stressful days, but everybody treats you with respect. They're kind to you.
Yeah.
You ask them a question, they'll give you the answer. If they don't know it, they'll find it out. There's no hidden agendas. They're good people. So far, good people.
He's been getting treated good, so he hasn't ran into nobody rain on his day. He's met the examiners. What you think of the examiners?
They all seem real
cool.
Good. They all want to help. They're working with each other, changing out sheets and trying to help. So to help us and to get us through this.
So I mean, like, everybody wants you to pass. I mean, the examiners have a job to do. They're scorekeepers. They can't help you out. They just keep a score. It's up to you to pass. But
yeah.
They're really cool guys. Like, they're nothing to be like. Don't be scared of the examiners. They're not scary guys. They're same as you and me. They put their pants on just like we do. So
they got a job to do too. To make sure we get out there safe and they pass. They're there to verify that we got trained and do all that. They're not there to fail you.
And the examiner was soaking wet today because he had to test people in the rain.
He was standing out in the rain. He was standing out in the rain testing them.
So don't feel bad if you're out there doing your pre-trip in the rain.
Wow.
So like, because he's standing out there in the rain too, and like if I would have had some pad times today, I would have been standing out there in the rain too. Like, it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be. There's like I think a 10% chance for the next 3 or 4 days of rain.
The next couple of days are pretty good.
So the next few days, it's not gonna be as much rain. So. But I'm gonna get off of here. We're gonna go back to studying the NCAB or whatever we do. I just wanted to get on here for a little while, do a live chat, put on some content for the day, and we're out. Everybody, it was good meeting Rob. He's a good guy, and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. You got my email in my bios and stuff on here, so if you ever need to contact me through email, or you don't want to ask a question on here, you can ask it through my email, and I'm going to give you I'm going to give you my answer. And it might not be Prime's answer, but I'm going to give you an honest, real answer. So, bye everybody. Oh man. That's the only thing I don't like. I have my phone upside down, so the off button's on the other side. Alright, goodbye for reals this time. Oh, I thought he was going to wave, so.
Peace out.